Hi everyone, I am Rajesh Kumar. I am having close to 16 plus years of experience in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. I have worked with more than 12 software organizations around the globe. I would like to introduce you all a DevOps School's flagship certification program in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. This program will get started in the weekends, so get enrolled. Please contact us on the phone number given on the screen, and in fact you can email us on the contact@DevOpsSchool.com.
Okay, so today we are going to learn Python. So the first question is not about the Python. The question is how to learn any programming language. Any programming language. Okay, that is something which you have to understand the skeleton of it. Okay, I'm not sure how many programming language which you have done in the past, but almost all the programming language has a something similar pattern. So the first thing you should get into that. These are the questions you can say you should ask yourself in order to learn any programming language. And that is like first thing is how to install, let's say, Java and Python. Okay, that is the first thing you should do. So second questions you should ask is how to run sample hello world program, something like that. Hello world program. Now if you look at this here, running consists of two things. One is compilations, okay, and one is interpretations, okay, interpretations or something like that. We have compilation means, for example, let's say if it's Java, okay, understand this, or C++ or C, whatever it is, the compiled language, like Java is compiled language. So when you compile, so from .java it will become a .class, and then you can run this using .class. Okay, so for compilation you need Java utility, and for running that any application you need a Java command line. So Java and Java. So when you install the Java applications, you will get this stuff. This is something. But in Python, we have no compilation and interpretation separate. That means it happens together. That means because it happened together, you are going to store the files in that UI, and that same file, compilation interpretation, you can do it together. Okay. So how to run hello world program? As per the technology, you can do that. So far so clear, right? All of you.
So
All of
hello,
you. Yeah.
hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me.
The last statement I didn't hear that for Python
Hmm.
as regards compilation and interpretation.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the question?
No, I'm saying, can you go back to that? What is Python as regards compilation and interpretation?
Compilation is a process where this is the file which you write. Okay,
Okay,
human write a file .java. So this
okay,
file can be understood by human.
okay,
Now compilation is a process in which this human readable files can be converted into the binary readable files.
okay,
So that's called class. It's a binary file. This is a source code. This is a binary.
okay.
Make sense?
Yes, yeah. So
So
you use Java for that?
no, Java is a language,
No, no, I
programming
mean
language.
Java C.
So for compilation, you need Java utility, and
Yes.
for running this Java class file, you need a Java utility.
Okay.
But I'm not teaching you Java right now. I'm teaching you Python.
Python. I know.
Yeah. So how to run hello world program? So you can run as per the things. Now, few things you need to understand are types of programming language. So here we have a compiled language, and then we have interpreted language, okay, and then we have a declarative language, okay, declarative language. So when you keep it the compiled language like a Java, C, C++, all these are a compiled language. That means in order to use that, you have to compile it. Interpreted language means Python. You don't need to compile. Everything will happen together like this. So you have interpreted language. Now declarative language nowadays it has come. You don't know to even write a code. Just declare that what you want. For example, YAML. Earlier it was XML actually, and then we had YAML, then we had a JSON or something like that. Okay, so this is the declarative language. So now, third question in order to learn in programming language, you should ask uh, what are the data types supported? What are the data types supported? Okay, data types means how to represent. Guys, can you mute yourself, Peter?
Okay.
Yeah. So what are the data types you have? So data types means in a language, in the programming language, how to represent different types of data. For example, how to represent the something like this is called string, something like integer, something like a 1.4, or something like file informations like this. How to represent that? Okay, so this is a different data types we have, and each programming language, there's sometimes we have a very strict data types, like in Java we have a very strong data types, but in Python is loosely coupled. That means you can declare the data types without declaring the type actually. So that is something which you have to do. So what are the data types you have to learn? And after that, you need to learn what are the operators we have. Okay, fourth thing what you have to learn, what are the operators? Operators, so something like plus minus. What you do with the data? This is the one data. This is the numbers, integers. This is the list or something like that, right? So what to do with it? So do you want to arithmetic? That means plus minus. All these things you can do mod and all, or you want to compare actually. Okay, then you want to compare less than and equal to and stuff like that. So these are the operators you have. So every languages you have a certain operators which we have and which we use it for that. So that is the operators. Now next thing what we have is, what are the operators after that? We have conditioning. Okay, conditioning means how to set the conditions. So something like if this is the one, then do this, something like this, else do this, something like this. You have a conditioning. So conditioning you do that. So you want to not execute every lines of code in the runtime. During runtime, you want to run conditioning program. Okay. So this is something which you do that. You want to run conditioning program and do this or that. Okay, so this is something which we have. Okay, so question number one, how to install Java Python. Question number two, how to run hello world program. Question number three, what are the data types you need to learn. Question number four, what are the operators you need to learn. Question number five, you need to learn how to conditions, how to write a conditioning statement. And then question number 6, you have to learn how to loop it. How to loop it. Loop means run these conditions multiple times. For example, for I in 1 2 dot dot 100 times you want to run this, do this. That means this will be done something like 100 times. So how to loop it? Looping in iterator. So syntax will be different sometimes, so but concept will be same. So how to loop it? This you have to learn. Now after that, you need to learn question number 7, how to write function. Why we use write function? So let's put it up in this way. Some part of the code we write function, something like this. I'm just creating the basic function, right? Function X, function add. So something like this, you will do that. Here you can pass the parameter 3.3 and 4, and this is the input. And here add, I mean sum 3 plus 4, something like that. I'm just giving you. So what happens? It can be very complicated. That means function which takes some input. Okay, uh, some inputs from this here, and then after that you have sum, which is like a 3 plus 4, and then it return sum. So this is something which we do that. So function, why we write it? So function we write it because we can use multiple times. Okay, you can use multiple times, and this way you can get the work done with the one. Let's say you want to you have this kind of requirement 20 times in the programs. So in the first time we'll try 3 plus 4, next time 20 plus 21, something like that, anything as such repeating. So if you are repeating that some things, it's good to convert those code into the functions and keep calling it. So here I'm calling it add function 3 4. Here again I'm calling add function 4 5. So every time this will return different output. So you have to write functions. Now question number 8 you have to learn. That is something like question number 8. You need to learn how to write a functions, and after that you need to learn class. Okay, what is a class? So class basically is coming in the object oriented programming concept. Okay, oops concept. Okay, so Java has a oops concept. PHP supports use concept. Ruby supports, C++ supports, uh, Python also support use concept. So what is a oops concept? So this is one function actually. Okay, so then you need to understand that how to write a class. How to write a class. Now the question is at a high level, what is the class? So let's understand this way. Uh, let's say human. So human has how many functions? They can walk, they can talk, they can see. Okay, so these are the function: walk, talk, see, give some input. This is the function. Okay, walk, talk. So like that in software, if you want to create a complete software. So how do you do that? So in that case, you'll have to create a class. So in the class, you'll have a main function, and then you will have some other function 1, function 2, function 3, function 4. Like that you will have multiple functions actually in the class. So what you can do, If you want the entire software to be running, then call this class. So how do we call this class? So you can create objects from the class. Create object.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.